Okay, this stream is going to be a bit quite scuffed, so don't mind that. I'm just gonna be drawing a bit and just casually talking. I still want to finish my food because I woke up like 20 minutes ago. And as I woke up, oh god, is the music playing? Hello? No, why is that playing? What the fuck? Wait a moment. I just want this to play. Okay. I was playing Sweet Pool. I didn't want that to play. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that's good enough. It's not too loud. So I'm just going to be drawing today. And it's going to be a bit of a, like, just a quieter stream, you could say. In a moment, I have to get up and get my washing out. Because I put the washing on and I didn't realize, like, it's gonna be, like, done in 10 minutes. I was like, oh, it's gonna be done at, you know, around 12:50. No, it's gonna be done at around 1 PM. God damn it. So I'll have to wait for that. Yeah, this is just really scuffed. But, like, I don't want to stream when my roommate is already home because it just feels awkward. I'm currently eating, I don't even know what the name is. It's called, in Slovakian, segedin. I actually wonder what the English name would be. Is there even an English name for segedin? Seged. Apparently. Is it? Is it? No. Segedin is just like, if you translate it into English, it's just a city in Hungary, which is not the thing I am eating. We call Segedin, which is also the name of a country in Hungary, a food. And it's made with, like, I think this is beef, and, well, what is knedla? Fuck's sake. There's so many names that I just don't know the translation to. Knedla. It's not dumplings. Google, I don't know what the fuck you're on, but that is not a dumpling. Knedlik? No, that is not a dumpling. I'm not eating a dumpling. A dumpling is something completely fucking different from this. Okay, Google has no idea what a knedla is. Great. Oh well. But it's like this doughy. Why, like, it's not pastry. It's a salty. Well, I don't know how to explain it. It's not a pastry. That's all I can say. It's not a pastry. It's like, it's more like a bread, but, like, you don't treat it like a bread. It's more of just like, I would treat bread when you use it with soup, like soup, you know? It's just there to soak up all of the flavors and to just add some extra volume to the food. And it's not that flavorful. But it does have, like, its specific, like, very subtle taste. And with that, you have, cabbage. But, like, sour cabbage. You have to ferment the cabbage. And it's, like, it's really nice. Like, you can also have, the fermented cabbage in a sweet variety. But for this specific food, it's in a salty variety. They're just so fucking good together. Like, genuinely a dish that I think nearly every Slovakian just eats regularly because it's just such a typical thing to eat here. Because it does get you, like, full very quickly, and you can just buy all of the things by themselves. Like, you can buy the sour cabbage by itself, you can buy the meat by itself, and you can buy the knedla by itself, and just combine all the things. It just takes a while to prepare it. Like, I haven't myself made this. Yesterday I went to, well, the day before, I went to babysit my sister. And, yeah, the thing is, like, my stream schedule, it is so fucked. Because, 3 days ago, I was like, was it 3 days ago? 3 days ago? I don't fucking know. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be streaming. But then, my mom called me. And she was like, hey, can you come babysit? Like, I'm gonna go to work. And there's no one to take care of your fucking sister. And I was like, well, I mean, if there's nobody else, I mean, I can do it. So, I was like, okay, there's no stream gonna happen because, like, yeah, I'm gonna be babysitting. And the thing is, I can't sleep when I'm, like, staying over at other people's places. Like, I can hardly sleep when I'm sleeping next to somebody. Like, I have a very hard time falling asleep when there's just somebody nearby. Like, I get used to having roommates after, like, a few days. But even that's like, oh yeah, like, they have to, like, have 2 doors, like, between us and, like, a wall. Like, they cannot be sleeping nearby. Like, I have to have my own room where I can sleep. Otherwise, I'm just not sleeping, you know? So with roommates, I do get, like, used to it. If I just don't think about them being nearby. So I'm trying to gulp down this food as fast as I can so that I can start drawing. Because I'm so hungry. Okay, for me, it's really hard to fall asleep when there's just somebody, like, in the same room as me. It's nearly impossible for me to just fall asleep. And when I have to babysit my sister, she always insists on, like, sleeping in the same bed because, like, she's still a little child. And, like, I just stay awake the whole night just watching TV next to her fucking unconscious body. And, like, I always, after babysitting, I'm so tired. Like, for the next day, I'm just out of it. Like, I cannot do anything. Like, I'm just so zoned out because, like, yeah, I just haven't slept for, like, 2 days in a row, basically. And then I just pass out for, like, 12 hours. Which I've done again. Like, I slept for a whole day. Like, well, the thing, I slept for a very long time. Like, today, yeah, I slept until, like, 11 AM. So fucking long. And yesterday I went to sleep at, like, 9 PM. And the thing is, like, even before that, I already slept, like, for 4 hours. Then I woke up to just chat with my roommate, and then I fell asleep again, and I slept for that long. Like, I was just so tired. Like, I'm exhausted. I genuinely feel like I'm gonna pass out whenever I have to, like, sleep over at somebody else's place. Because, like, I am so stressed about the fact that I have to be like near somebody, and like they can be asleep. Like I don't know why my brain is just such like a fight or flight reaction whenever there's somebody nearby. Like I just cannot sleep at all. So when I went to babysit my sister, I was like, okay. So that means I have to sleep ahead of the time to not be that fucked up from it. So I canceled the stream that day because I was like, well, I'm gonna have to go and sleep for like as long as I can, and then in the evening I'm gonna go babysit. And like I'm just gonna be awake the whole night, right? Well, I did that, like I slept through the whole day, and then I woke at the evening, and around like half an hour before I was supposed to go there, my mom just fucking calls me like, oh yeah, by the way, I did a mistake. Today I'm not supposed to go to work. Tomorrow I am, so tomorrow you're babysitting. And I was like, bitch, you literally wasted my whole fucking day. Like, I was prepping for this shit to, like, survive the babysitting. So I didn't do anything. Like, I was just sleeping the whole day just to be like, okay, I'm gonna be fine the next day. Like, I'm not gonna be tired from not sleeping all night. Like, it's gonna be fine. So because I slept the whole day, the previous day, I couldn't fall asleep at night. And then, during the day, like, I had to do some shit. And, like, go shopping and stuff. Like, we went shopping for food and everything. And so then, also didn't stream the next day. Because, like, yeah, that was the day that I was supposed to babysit, actually. And because I wasn't well rested, because I slept the previous day, like, the previous day was the prep day, I was just tired as all shit. And so, because of that, when I went to babysit, when we went to bed, like, my sister, she fell asleep immediately. Because, like, I was watching TV, she fell asleep immediately. And I was really tired by that point, so I fell asleep as well. But I woke up after, like, 2 hours, and I couldn't sleep after that. God, fucking, my milk is spilling everywhere. I'm just trying to drink it. Ah! What the fuck? God, my table has milk everywhere now. So I just slept for like 2 hours, and then I woke up. Because I guess, like, she either moved next to me, like, she changed positions or some shit. And that woke me up because my brain was like, oh shit, there's somebody sleeping next to you. So it did the fight or flight mode. I couldn't fall asleep anymore. And God. And because of that, I just didn't sleep. So for the next 7 hours, because I couldn't, like, turn on the lights, I couldn't, like, do anything because I didn't really have anything at my mom's flat. Like, I only had my phone, and, like, my drawing stuff, but because it was dark, because, yeah, it's nighttime and my sister is sleeping, I couldn't draw. So I was just laying in bed for 7 hours, watching TV. And I was, like, in the middle of falling asleep, like, just being unconscious, and also being very conscious and just not being able to fall asleep. It was horrendous. Like, I felt so shit. And then, at 6 a.m., I woke up and, like, got my sister ready for school. And I was supposed to go to a different city to go to get 2 MR scans, because I was supposed to get an MR scan of my brain and my, like, upper... what is it called? What the fuck? I'm using Google Translate because, as you can see, I'm still very tired. Like, I'm so far gone. Krčna chrbtica. Cervical spine. Is it? Cervical spine. Yeah, the cervical spine. Yeah, the neck area, basically. So I was supposed to get those 2 scans of that. And so the thing is, I was really fucking tired. Like, I was so tired. Like, I nearly fell asleep cutting apples for my sister. And I was supposed to be at the different city at like 7:30 in the morning to get the MR scans, and like you cannot eat any food. For some reason, they told me like I can't eat any food, and I don't know why though. Like, it's an MR scan of my like neck and brain. Why can't I eat food? I don't get it. Because I just don't remember not being able to eat whenever I did the MR scan of my brain. I don't remember not being able to eat. I was a bit like weirded out by that. Like, why though? I don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna finish up my food. The washing machine still hasn't finished, so I don't know. It's a weird washing machine. Like, it will tell you the time that it's gonna finish, and it just doesn't do that. It just keeps going for like 10-20 minutes more. I don't get it. It's very fucking weird. Okay. God. I finally finished the food. When is the washing machine gonna finish as well? Come on, buddy. Because like I don't want to start drawing before the washing machine like finishes, so I can just get up and okay, it's finished. Good. Okay, I'm running to take out the laundry. Give me a moment. laundry finished, so now I can finally get to the actual drawing part. Oh yeah. Okay, oh, I should probably close the window, it's so cold. Okay, I'm finally done. What's going on? Okay. So. Okay. Finally gonna draw. The reason for the stream. Okay, this is my OC. I'm gonna talk about them a bit more later. I'll put them more like that. Give them a bit more space between each other. Like this, a bit more away from here. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So first do a layer of like very scratchy, you know, sketches. Just even lighter. God, now that I've eaten, I just feel the need to throw up. Fucking damn it. I ate too fast. Oh well. Okay, how do I put everything? Okay, so for my first idea, this character is like, they're like more comfortable, like oversized clothing, yeah, just very oversized, more dark clothes, like black, gray, maybe like a red, maybe like a dark blue, those types of colors. And they like to cover most of their body, like just a lot of layers. So my first idea was to do like this oversized hoodie, like a very cute one, because I do want like one clothing to be more layered, like a bit for colder weather, because the other characters I have, they also have clothing that's for more cold weather, and then it's like, oh, casual, like at home wear, and then there's like something for a bit warmer weather but more extravagant. So for this I wanted like more cold weather, but they can survive the cold, so it's not gonna be like very like, oh, you know, like a really thick huge coat, but more of just like layering. Like they're not gonna be like completely covered, but just more layering, you know? So I'm thinking about that. Could like like a basic hood. Yeah, just like cover. Like it could be a hood with like fur, because I have one coat, well, I have two coats that have a really huge hood with a very like furry inside, and it's super warm. It's really nice, so I really do like that. Okay, so like here to cover, like that. That's what I was saying before. So I did go to babysit my sister. How do I do this hood? Like, I want to show off like how fucking huge this hood is. Like, it's gonna be crazy big. So I do want to make it like really huge seeming. Yeah, kind of like that. Like it's just gonna be very big. Maybe put this a bit more inside, like Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this is gonna just be the first, like, sketch layer, and then I'm gonna do a cleaner level layer. It just takes a long time to design one piece of clothing, honestly. Like, at least for me, it just takes so fucking long to design one thing. Like, I spend all day designing one goddamn thing. And I want like 3 to 4 basic outfits, and then maybe like, it depends on how I'm feeling, like how long the story, because I want to make this into like a game and stuff. So I'm making the characters' clothes, which I can put on the sprites. And then, yeah, these are gonna just be the sketches for the clothing. I think like these very oversized sleeves would fit. Yeah, like very oversized sleeves. I really like huge sleeves. Like, that is just my favorite thing. It's really hard for me to find any clothes that have large sleeves, honestly. Like, most clothes, the sleeves just either all like fit exactly for my hand, or when they're big, like the whole, like everything is just way too big. Like, I'm literally just floating inside of the clothing, and that's just, it's just not that great anymore. Okay, maybe like this could, because it's gonna be very big, so it would probably open up. Well, how do I do that? Maybe I could like open up here. Yeah, and there's just like gonna be layers over here. Like, this is where it opens up because gravity. I mean, not the most ideal coat, but like fashion, right? Like, this, I don't really want it to be that practical when it comes to this character. Like, this character is just, in general, not very practical in terms of like clothing and just general aesthetics. Yeah, and it could be, actually no, it should be a bit lower. Like, it can be cropped because, I mean, everybody will be cold in the winter. Like, at least to like the top half of the ass, like maybe like there. Because if it would be cropped, like, that's, you don't even have to wear a coat by that point, because when it's cold on your back, yeah, it's just not gonna work. Like, that's just not a good coat when your back is just revealed. Like, the crop top, like cropped coats and stuff, like, they're really cute for autumn, but for winter, fuck no. Like, that's not doing anything for you by that point, you know? Actually, I have an issue with like trying to figure out how things would fold. Maybe like that, I guess. And like so. Still feel like for that big of a sleeve, this is like too little of a fold. I wonder. Maybe. I don't know. Trying to think of like what would the material be. It would have to be quite thick, right? Wouldn't want fur inside of the coat. Like, I do have one coat that has fur inside, but it's very thin. Maybe it could be very thin. Like, if it was thin, it wouldn't do this. Yeah, a coat wouldn't do that. That needs to be thin material. Like, a coat would just maybe, it would flow because like it's very thick, right? So like this, like it's not gonna cover the arm anymore. Hello, hi. Like, it's not gonna cover the arm anymore because, yeah, the arm is in this position, which is such a stupid position for me to put. Honestly, when I was sketching this, I was like, yeah, this is like such a good pose. now when I'm drawing the clothes, I'm like, this is such a stupid pose. Why did I put this as a pose for clothing? God damn, this is gonna kill me with all of the clothing because, yeah, the folds on the arm are gonna... Oh my god, I fucking hate drawing folds, as one can see. Maybe like, god, how do you draw folds, honestly? God. This is just gonna be a struggle. Because like, it cannot be that folded, right? Because it's thick material. Oh god. Why am I doing this to myself? Why do I choose these sort of torture methods? God, seriously. I guess. I mean, it's still just a sketch of the outfit, so I can just say, like, you know what, when I'm actually gonna be drawing the outfit in detail, that's when I have to, you know, think about the folds. Like, right now, it can just be ugly. Okay, and I do want fur inside, so, like, this is how I could show off, like, yeah, there's gonna be fur inside. Oh, it's okay. It's alright. I mean, this stream is more of like just me yapping while I sketch because I did want to stream, but I'm so tired that I'm not feeling like playing Fallout. So like, it's completely fine. Yeah, I think like I just need to like show myself like, yeah, this is gonna be like fur, right? Like you see the vision, right? Because whenever I sketch stuff, it's basically just me talking to myself like, hey, listen, don't forget about this, right? You won't forget about this, right? And a lot of the sketches turn out to be a bit more detailed because, like, I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself to not forget. And it always ends up being like this detailed sketch, just in flat colors. Because I'm just like, I know this bitch. Me in the future will forget that there was supposed to be details here. They will forget that there was supposed to be fur here. Like, I don't trust myself. Trust nobody, not even yourself. That's my motto. Okay, so yeah, just like a bunch of fur here. Right, so on the inside and maybe on the inside of like the sleeves. Just, I don't know how I feel about how that looks. I guess, but like the inside of the coat should have fur because that's what keeps you warm. Like that's what will keep you warm the most because this character doesn't layer a lot, just like me. Like I have this humongous, I think the coat weighs like 5-6 kilograms. Like it is a really fucking heavy coat. And I have that really heavy coat because like it is super thick. And I have it because in the winter I cannot layer. I genuinely cannot layer anything. So in the winter I will go out, like it'll be minus 10, 20 degrees. And I will go out in a coat and underneath the coat will be just like a single sweater. That's my winter outfit. Because I just refuse to layer more than just like 2 layers. Like 2 layers is the maximum for me. 3 layers is when it's like, oh, you know shit is hitting the fan. Like, you know it's really bad. Like, I'm probably sick. I'm probably like on my deathbed. Like, you know, like it's really bad when I whip out the 3rd layer. Like that is really bad. So it's mostly, I just mostly wear 2 layers. So that's why I have to have a really thick coat with like fur inside so that I don't die in the winter. Because I just, if I had to wear like 3 layers, god, I would perish. I would perish. Because I just sweat so much, like no matter if it's like warm or cold outside, like it can be minus 20 degrees and I can have a shirt. I will be sweating. I will be sweating badly. And it's just inevitable, so I always have to think about it. Like, I always have to think about that whenever I'm putting on clothes, like, oh, you can't wear certain materials together because that will make you sweat even more. Oh, you cannot, like, layer more than this much because, you know, like, even if it's, like, very sheer material, I cannot layer sheer material or, like, very thin clothes because I'm still gonna sweat so much. Okay, a zip, because, yeah, you have to get this on. I'm actually thinking, like, a fake zipper, but you, like, a fake zipper, and it's gonna have, like, a flap, like, over here, that you cover, because, whenever you just have a coat with a zipper, I always find that I'm really cold where the zipper is, because the coldness goes into the zipper. Like, it gets through the cracks. So yeah, you can have, like, inside here would be a zipper, but it's gonna be covered by this, like, flap, so that the coldness doesn't get inside of the clothes. Yeah, that would be a smart idea. Okay. So yeah, the flap. And the flap could be on, like, what is it called? Suki zips. It's not a dry zip, that's all. I know that does not translate directly. What is the Suki zips? Dry zip. No, there's no way. A dry zip, right? Yeah, no, it's not a dry zip. So Suki zips, how do you translate that? Because it's not a dry zip. It's not a direct translation like Google Translate is trying to, like, gaslight me into. No, that is not a dry zip, okay? Shit, how do you call that? How do you call that? Suki zips. How do you call that? Velcro. Is it Velcro, zip? Velcro zip? Nearly. I mean, it could be a Velcro. Yeah, but what is the full name? Velcro closing? Yeah, okay, I'm getting there. Hook and loop fastener. What the fuck? Now that's a company, right? Is it called... No, it's Velcro, right? Yeah, it is Velcro. So on the inside would be Velcro, because that's really easy to, like, put on and put off. It's really easy. I mean, the fur would get inside, so it wouldn't look really good. But, like, this is fictional, so I think I can just pretend like, oh yeah, the fur would... The fur you can just get out of the Velcro strap. It's gonna be fine. Like, yeah, on the inside could be, like, here there would be Velcro, which you close the flap with. And when you open the flap with the Velcro strips, you have the zip. And that's how you open the actual coat. Yeah. Okay, and the fur, that also needs, like... no, how do I... Yeah, the fur needs to, like, close somewhere. Because it cannot just, you know, go on infinitely. Like, you have to open it as well. Okay, maybe like that. Okay, it goes on the inside. I mean, the coat is really low, so you would be kind of cold on your neck. Like, you could just wear a scarf. That wouldn't be ideal, though. Yeah, that would not be great. I mean, this is more aesthetic, but that is just... It is not very functional. That's... So yeah, maybe, like... putting that up a bit high, like, somewhere here. Like, this, you would not be cold anymore, right? Yeah, maybe, like, just... Shit, no. I hate when I don't click correctly on this. Yeah, like that. Hello, hi. So maybe like this. This is why I love drawing on a tablet more than in real life, because I can do these things and it just works. Because a lot of the time when I draw, I'm just like, wait a minute, that makes no goddamn sense. And I can just do that. So amazing, so beautiful. Okay, and this, like, make it a bit bigger. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is better because now your neck wouldn't be that cold when you, like, wear a scarf, right? Because if it would be lower, you would be cold. Like, there's just no way around it. You would be cold, even with a scarf, because I have had coats that were, like, very oversized, very big. But the wind would blow where I had the scarf, and it would still be cold. Like, it would just not be good enough for me. Like, I want a coat that is just perfectly isolating me from the outside, so I can wear, like, a short sleeve shirt underneath the coat in, like, -10 degrees. Like, that is my ideal coat. Where I don't have to even think about, like, how I dress myself, because I'm like, oh, if I'm gonna be inside, I might as well just put on a shirt. But because outside is, like, -10 degrees, I should put on a coat. And, like, that's as far as I have to think. I'm just like, yeah, that's it. Like, I don't need to layer anymore. And that's what I need in a coat. I want it to be very thick, very layered. I mean, my ideal coat would be a bit longer. Like, my ideal coat would be, like, about here, like, this long, right? Like, it would be long. Right now I have a coat that goes, like, nearly up to my knees. It is huge, and it is one of the best coats I've had. Honestly, I would... the thing is, I wear it for a long time. Like, I wear it even sometimes in summer, so... Thing is, it is great for, like, all year round, but in the winter, I've noticed that sometimes I'm starting to feel a bit cold. Like, I guess I'm just getting old. Like, before, in the winter, it could be, like, -20 degrees, and I would be out there with, like, a skirt and a t-shirt in, like, -20 degrees, you know? But now, as I'm getting older, I can't do that anymore. I'm cold. I'm getting cold. Like, I need to wear, like, stockings or some shit underneath my pants. Like, it's cold. And I'm hating the fact that I'm getting old. Like, I fucking hate it. I hate that I'm just getting old. Like, it's killing me. I don't want that. Okay, so I want something to decorate the hood, because it is very bland. It is very boring. So, what could decorate the hood? Maybe, like, cat ears? That's, like, a very basic thing, right? That is a very basic thing. Like, just a bunch of cat ears. Because, like, cat ears, they have a shape where you can just tug it off and tug it on, and it won't tear, because I've thought about, like, you know, having, like, fucking demon wings and such. But there's a bigger probability of, like, tearing it out. So I'm thinking, like, no. Because I do want these to be, like, genuinely functional, because I would want to make them into a cosplay one day. So I want all of these clothings to be actually functional, so that I can actually, like, wear the clothes. Like, everything I design, I want to be able to wear myself. So, like, that's how I'm designing these things. That's why I'm thinking so much about them, because I'm like, I need to wear them. I need to be able to wear them. Like, let's be real, I'm not gonna be fucking making a coat, because I'm lazy. But maybe one day for a video, you know? Like, maybe one day for a video, I'll just be like, oh, for this video, I'm gonna make this set of clothing. Like, that would be fun. Like, I would love to, like, show off all the designs I've made for clothes and then actually make them. That'd be so fun. Okay, so like this. So maybe like a cat ear and like little plush horns. That might not tear off. That might be fine. But it is very basic, isn't it? It is very basic. Like other animals I'm thinking about, they have larger ears. So that would get in the way. Like that would genuinely get in the way. because whenever I put on and put off a coat, I always do it in a very aggressive way. I'm just like tearing that shit off and just throwing it to the ground. So I have to think about like the delicate stuff. It cannot be too delicate because it's like a coat. I'm gonna be throwing that shit around, right? But maybe like devil horns. That would be cute. That would be cute. But actually, if they wore devil horns like underneath this, that would be even cuter. Like, that would be so cute if they wore like devil horns underneath the coat. That would be so adorable. Oh, I'm trying to think. I already have one winter outfit for a different character that has rabbit ears like on the coat, so I don't want to do another coat with rabbit ears because that character is very like delicate. So for that character I'm like, yeah, rabbit ears, they make sense. But for this character, no. This character is yanking that shit off just like me. I mean, like little horns here. Yeah, they have to be big enough so that you can stuff them with plush, right? Like, they have to be big enough that where you can stuff them. Because small ones, they are more prone to being ripped off or like the plush coming out. The bigger the horns on like these big clothing pieces, the more steadier they are a lot of the time. Because you can make the material thicker and like put more stuffing in it and just like anchor it a lot more. So the bigger it is, the better. Yeah, like these are big enough, I'd say. Okay, make them a bit more round. Yeah, because having edges to horns is not great, especially on like... I'm imagining this coat is gonna be pretty thick. So that would not be good to have edges on the horns because that's also a way to get them ripped off. Okay. Right. Okay, so the horns. Yeah, that could be it. And then just like decorate the ship. I want to give them gloves because it is winter, right? Winter clothes, gloves. So having a glove like up to here, that is nice. Like a proper thick like leather glove. Like I think a thick leather glove is the best for like harsh winter. Yeah, and they make your hands like double the size. Like whenever I wear gloves, like I kind of wish I had custom gloves, like fit exactly for my hands, but those are so fucking expensive. They are so expensive. So that is just like a delusional wish of mine to have like custom gloves one day. Okay, yeah, they make your hand like double as thick. Okay. They need to cover the whole hand because, like, yeah, winter gloves. Like, now is not the time to look too edgy. Because I do want to make the clothing very, very edgy. This character, like, I want to have a lot of fun. Because I've already drawn clothes for 3 other characters. One of the characters, most of their clothing, like, each character has a different clothing style so that I can have as much fun. One of the characters has sportswear as their main thing. So I did a lot of like sporty clothes, which I fucking love. Like I have never designed any sportswear, so that was interesting to say the least. Like designing that. It was very interesting. I mean, I do like how it turned out, but I'm also like, but will other people like it though? Like it's very personal taste. that's what I would describe it as. Like, it's very personal taste. So I'm not too sure if other people will like the clothing for the sportswear. I was just having so much fun making like sporty clothes. Okay, like, yeah, basic glove. I might color it, or maybe do I? I'm trying to like figure out how to make this edgy. To make this a bit more than just like a black glove, you know? I kind of would want to have like neon greens, but I don't know if it's gonna look good with the reds, because like they have like very bright reds, right? Like they have very bright reds. So I don't know if a neon green is gonna suit them. But I don't want everything just like black and red. But like the devil theme, I might as well just go black and red for the winter clothes. But I would love like a neon green. I'll figure that stuff out when I'm drawing it in. Okay. Maybe like a big pocket. Yeah, this needs like a winter coat, it needs a big pocket. But I'm thinking that the pockets could go outside of the coat. Like over here, like outside. I mean, practically, it does mean you have big pockets. It does mean that you would be able to have, you know, big pockets. So practicality is great. Visually, I don't think it would be very pretty to have like pockets going out of your clothes. I mean, I've seen them on like, I've seen people design shorts, like very short shorts with pockets that come out of the shorts, like they're longer than the shorts. And sometimes it looks good. Like sometimes I do really like how it looks. Like I don't think I've ever seen a coat with pockets that are longer than the coat. I don't think I've seen that. So guess I'll try it out, because these would be very pathetic pockets if they were real. On the other side, about here, yeah. And like have them come out over here. Like, yeah, just very long pockets, and you could just store so much shit inside of here. Or maybe no, this is kind of too big. Maybe half the size? Maybe like here, up to here. Like that? Maybe like that? Guess? Because I don't want them to be too long, but at the same time I do want the pockets to be quite long so that it's very visible. Like, yeah, that is a pocket right there. I'm kind of not fucking with the shape. Maybe like make it a bit more round. Yeah, a bit more round maybe. How am I feeling about this? I guess. Yeah, that looks interesting. I mean, it doesn't look great, but it looks interesting. Like, if I saw that design on like a runway, I would be like, that sure is a choice. I do want like the clothes for this character to just be like, somebody looks at them and is like, that sure is a choice of clothing. Because like I do want these clothes to look like something I would actually wear. Okay, a bit bigger. So like I don't want them to be like absolutely absurd, but at the same time, my clothing style can be quite absurd. So like it's not gonna be like clothes that most people will want to wear or think that look good. So it is fun to design it with that in mind, like, oh yeah, most people will look at this and be like, what the fuck? Yeah,
Outside pockets. Yeah, I do like that. Okay, now to decorate this. How to decorate this? I mean, coats are mostly very simple because... Yeah, you want them to be simple because there's gonna be like water on them. You're gonna have to... You're gonna clean them, that's gonna be a fucking nightmare. I have to clean my coat regularly because... whenever it rains, because it has such a thick fur, it has thick fur on the hood. And whenever that gets wet, it smells. Like, it smells like a wet dog because my fucking hair smells like a wet dog whenever it rains. So I have to clean the coat every time it rains when I'm in it. So... practicality is like you want the coat to be as little details as possible. But at the same time, I want this to be so edgy. Maybe like... I'm thinking. Maybe I could add like straps? I mean, that would... you would get hooked on that, right? But it would look fun. Like straps here. Around the arm. Not too loose, so you don't get hooked that easily, because I regularly get hooked with my clothing on doorknobs whenever I'm like quickly trying to like go into my room to like get something. I regularly get like hooked on my doorknob with my clothes, so I don't want them to be like too far away from the clothing. Like at the most like a few millimeters away, so it has less of a chance to get hooked. Like it would still be a bit noticeable, like, oh yeah, there's like a ring going around your arm, right? And it would somewhere like probably in the inside of the hand, like somewhere here, be pinned, sewn into the coat. And it could be like a belt design. Yeah, like a belt design. That'd be fun. A bit like more punk design, I guess. Okay, this would twist like so. This would have to twist like that. And maybe there. Yeah, it adds a bit, I guess. Maybe I do I want it a bit thinner though? I'm thinking of making a bit thinner. I want it thinner. Maybe I want to add 2 of these. But like this could start somewhere like here and end somewhere there. Like a very... like just halfway. Yeah, like that. Kind of the same thickness as the first belt-like decoration. Yeah, I'm thinking like they are too thick. It might be too thick. I mean, if they're thinner, it would be harder to get the little decorations right on it. Yeah, I mean, this is fine, I think. Okay, another one. There you go. Okay. Do I like it? And maybe I could like, like so. Because like this looks very bare, so maybe here I could... And this could be, there would be like an extra layer on the coat, which would have like mesh. Yeah, that could be pretty edgy. Yeah, that could be like a mesh layer on top of that. Yeah! Yeah, I do like that. Okay. And now to replicate it on this hand where you can't see shit. How the fuck am I gonna do that? Okay, maybe like... how far away? Okay, this goes like somewhere here? I'd guess like somewhere... Like the shorter one is somewhere here. That would be a bit further. Oh. I think a bit further, right? Somewhere there. I'm thinking. I truly don't know. I think like there. Yeah, it's on the inside, so. But because it's curved, I guess like that. No. That's too curved. Like so. I think. I'm slowly going insane from this song on the loop, but I don't know which other song to put because like on my computer I don't have many songs. Yeah, and then there's like the large one that I could like put like here just to like show off like, yeah, by the way, it's the same thing on both arms. Don't forget that. Yeah, this looks smaller than the other one though. Oh, sure, like that. Yeah, and this is gonna be the meshy part. I feel like that shouldn't go like this. I'm trying to imagine how it would go. Oh, it would go like so, right? I think this would be curved like here because this is the outside. It's the outside, right? And this would curve like here, and this would go a bit higher. I think like that. Yeah, I think like that. Okay, and then the mesh will be there. Right, I think that's enough for the coat because I don't want to overcomplicate it. I really don't. And now for the pants, which I do want to complicate a bit more. What type of pants do I want? Probably like very, very large ones, like fucking huge ones, like pants that I have that have just like 20 belts, 50 pockets, like I'm thinking those types of pants, right? God, there was a specific name for them. Trap pants or trip pants? Was it trip pants? Oh yeah, trip pants. Yeah, I'm thinking like giving them like trip pants. Like the full-on crazy shit. Yeah. I mean, the trip pants would suit this. Yeah. How do I draw them though? They have to be like very, very big. So around here, they would start like around here, right? And they have to get like larger. But they also don't have a shape. Like they don't really have a shape or curve to them. Like they're just very big. Yeah, like the whole thing about them is like they're very large. Yeah, like... Okay... And here they could like... show the shoe off? My pants mostly just cover up most of my shoe. Like that. Kinda. Not so sure about this side. Not so sure about that, but oh well. I mean, that very, like... And just having, like, big shoes. Like, I'm talking, like, the huge chunky platform shoes. Because, like, that's what I wear normally. Because they're really comfortable. Because I find, like, I have a better balance when I have shoes so big that I don't feel the ground anymore. Like, I actually have a better time balancing than when I can actually feel the ground beneath my feet. So, that's why I try to get the largest shoes possible. Because the larger the heel, like, the larger the shoes are, the less I can feel the ground. And the more stable I am when walking. But, like, they have to have, like, solid platforms. And very solid ones. Yeah, like so... This is gonna be really fucking big. Yeah, and then the pants could, like... come up over here. Like, you know, like, go a bit more over the shoes. It's like they are supposed to be very huge. Right, okay. Yeah, kind of like that. I mean, still not very satisfied with the shape of it all. But... I think... Yeah, that's too big. Like, that has too much of a curve. Yeah, just like very flappy here. This is where the pants... This is where it just goes around the whole shoe. Kinda... yeah. And here is just very straight. Okay. Yeah, I think very large shoes and even larger, like, heel around it. I want to, like, God, I don't know what the name of it was. I just called them the cloud heels. I just call them the cloud heels because they just look like you're walking on clouds. Like, they're very big and bulky, and I really do like those. So I'm kind of thinking about those, like the really big bulky shoes. They're really nice. I mean, they're mostly just really comfortable. I have a lot of friends who genuinely hate the shoes. Like, they just think they're fucking ugly, but they're just so comfortable. They're so comfortable. Those big chunky shoes, they are so comfortable and I love them. I love them so much. Okay. Now just like really big pants. Okay. Right. Maybe adding like this sort of layering to the shoe. Yeah, okay, and then, okay, how to design the pants? I'm gonna save for safety reasons. Okay, the inside of the pockets, they will be like here and up to here. So you can still see the pockets, right? And then the sides. Like that. Because you can see, like, in trip pants, you can see a lot of the details. Like, they're very heavy on the details. And, like, the colors and everything, they're really nice. I really like pants like that. And I have a few, but they're not really colorful, and I really want, like, the colorful pants. Like, I want the, like, neon blues, neon greens. I really like those types of pants. I really want them. Actually, I haven't bought them yet because I haven't seen them for a bit cheaper so far. And when it comes to pants, I really do need to try pants on. Like, I cannot buy them online. So that's the shitty thing, like I cannot buy pants online. Because if I wanted to buy like cheap pants, I could just buy them online, but I can't. Because I need to try them on, because with pants, I never know if they're gonna be good. Like I genuinely never could know. And that's a shit thing. Okay, like yeah, double layer because double stitching. Okay, this is just like, this is not how it's actually gonna look, this is just the sketch layer. Okay, then these are the pockets. Yeah, like that. You'll probably be able to see a bit of the pocket here too, right? Think like that. Think like that. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, and I did want to talk about like what happened. I did want to finish, like I started a stream with talking about like what happened. I did want to continue with that. Like what happened yesterday, the day before, and so like why I didn't stream. God, where do I so basically when I came to babysit my sister, I woke up at 6:30. Well, at 6 AM, and at 6:30 like I was finished and I went out to get like to go to the MR place. And kind of like that, like it has like hooks. Yeah, and with these hooks, I could hook like one here. Maybe it could be hooked like over here, and then another hook could be here. Yeah. Maybe I could have like a double hook on these sides. Would that be an overkill? Maybe not do the middle hook. Maybe not do that middle hook. Yeah, the two sides, that could be fine. Okay. So, I went to babysit. God, okay. I've said that like 5 times. So I went like at 6:30 to go to get the MR. And the thing is, I was supposed to have the MR at 8 AM, but they called me a day before and were like, oh, by the way, we've put you at 7:30. Like, come in half an hour sooner. And I was like, shit, okay, I guess. Yes, I will then. And I did come sooner. And of course they took me at 8 AM anyways. Like, what was the fucking point? Coming in sooner when they still took me inside at 8 AM. So yeah, well. Okay. And they did like both the MR scan of my brain and of my neck at the same time. And first they did of my brain and then they did of my neck. But I was in there for an hour. It took so fucking long. And I was so tired, like I genuinely don't even remember what I was saying. Like I was going off my nut. I'll just be honest, like I was so tired. I was saying some shit. I feel so bad for the poor doctor who had to listen to me. Because when I'm tired, I start saying what's on my mind. And that's like, I mean, not in a rude way. I start saying like what I'm thinking about. So it can be really confusing when I just, like, I'm talking to someone, I'm like, yeah, chicken. Chicken? Like, because in my brain I'm thinking about, like, I could go eat some chicken. Yeah, I could go eat some chicken. But, like, I will just be talking to a person and then, like, we could be talking about the fucking weather and then I'll just, like, look at them and be like, chicken. Yeah. Like, without any context. And, like, because I'm so tired, I don't really realize, like, I'm saying this shit aloud. And it happens, sadly, quite a lot. Like, I'm so tired, I just say shit out loud. That just doesn't make sense. And I went to the MR place, and there you have to, like, fill in papers. And I'm so thankful that my mom came with me, because I would have done so badly if she had not. Because at the paperwork, like, there's like papers like what you have, like diagnoses, like your personal information and stuff. And when I'm tired, I don't remember absolutely anything. So she had to tell me like where I live, what my name was, when I was born. Because like I don't remember that shit, right? It's bad. And then it came to the part, like, I was just about to, I just saw, like, oh, your signature here, and I was about to, like, sign it, and then she stopped and she was like, yo. And I just read, like, what I was about to sign, and it was, at the back, you can sign, like, I refuse to have this, medical procedure. And I nearly signed it. I nearly signed that I refuse to have this medical procedure. I'm so happy that I didn't sign it because fucking hell. Ow. My hair is tangled. Youch. Okay, I have to untangle that later. Oh shit, that hurt. Okay, yeah, and the thing just on the other side as well. So here, somewhere there, and this somewhere, let's say here. Alright. And then, I have screws in my leg. And last time when I went to get an MR of my knee, I remember putting it like, there's just categories of like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I put screws inside of the like, oh god, there's a specific category called svorky. I genuinely have no idea how to translate that. It's just like these large clasps with screws on them. And I was like, well, I have screws, so like that means that it's in this category, right? And the doctor was like, no, your screws belong in the other category. So I was explaining that to my mom because she was like, oh yeah, like screws belong into like that category. And I was like, no, like I did the same mistake, like they don't belong in that category, they belong here, like in the other category. And like I was explaining it to her probably a bit too long. Like she looked like she was like, girl, like just shut the fuck up and write it, you know, like just get on with it. Like, okay, I get it, okay. And then I wrote into that other category the thing I don't have, like the category I don't have, and she just looked at me like, didn't you say you don't have that? And I just looked at her like, yeah, I don't have that. And then I looked at what I wrote and I was like, what the fuck, me? What the fuck did I write? Why did I write that? So I had to rewrite that. And just the whole paper just looked like a mess because I was just so tired. I didn't know how to even properly write anymore. What more do I add? Maybe I could like add that they can transform into like just longer, like shorts, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Okay. And so we had to wait another half hour for them to like take us in. And when it was finally my turn, like this young doctor just came out. And I'm so happy I did not say my thoughts out loud, because my first thought is like, why the fuck are you so young? Like, I genuinely felt so self-conscious at that moment, because here I am, a fucking loser, like going to get an MR scan, and here a guy who looks my age is a doctor. And I was like, fucking hell. Well, that's one way to make me self-conscious. Like, look at this guy having his shit together. He's a doctor. And what the fuck am I? Like, god damn it. Like, I felt so insecure. And I was just looking at this guy, probably, like, I was just staring at him like, who the fuck are you? He was super nice. The poor guy, like, he probably thought I was, like, absolutely pissed, like taking, like, drugs or some shit. Like, I just probably looked very bad. And the dude was, like, he was like, oh, this is, by the way, like, the nurse, like, she will just tell you, like, what to do. And the nurse, came up to me and she was like, oh, like, you know, strip, like, take off your pants, take off your shoes, and if you have any, like, armbands, like a watch or necklace or something, like, take that shit off. So, like, I went there in a sweater and my boxers, and the doctor, he put a tube into my arm, like an injection, then he, like, stuck a tube into my arm. I fucking hate whenever I have tubes in my arms, like, they're so uncomfortable, they're so nasty. I think this is fine, yeah, and I'll, like, add little holes to these things. I hate having tubes in my arm, because they always leave such a large hole in my arm, because there's always just something happening to them. I can never just have a tube in my arm and just have it there, and then just take it out. I can never have that. I always have to fuck it up somehow. Okay, maybe like middle parting, yep, and that, over there. I'm thinking, how do I decorate this even more? Maybe I won't. Okay. Okay, so new layer. This I will put like so, and this is gonna be the more clean layer. Okay, this a bit more visible. Alrighty. First the glove. Okay. A 2. Yeah, 2. And yeah, he put like a tube into my arm and put some sort of mystery liquid. I don't know what the fuck that liquid was. It was some mystery liquid in like a syringe that he hooked up to my vein, and I was just like, I was going to go into the machine. I don't know what the machines are called for the MR scan, and I was about to go in when the doctor just looked at me and was like, you don't have any piercings, right? And I just looked at him and I like put my hair up, because like my hair covers my ears, and I showed him my ears, which are just full of piercings, and he was like, oh, we can't have that here, like, you have to take it out. And I was like, oh shit, really? Because like every time I go to an MR scan, I always fucking forget that that's a thing, because some MR scans you can just keep that shit in, some MR scans you just have to take it out, and I just forget that I just have to take them out like every time. Like, yeah, memory issues, yeah, AP. And I was like, oh shit, really? Like, I have to take them out? And he was like, yeah, like, you really gotta. And like, the last time I had to take them out for, a röntgen of my teeth, it took me like 20 minutes to take them out because they refused to give me, surgical gloves. They were like, no, just take them out with your hands. And I was like, guys, these are piercings. These are not like, you know, clasps or like the hook earrings. Like, these are actual piercings. Like, you cannot... Like, I mean, you can take them out with your hands, but it takes so fucking long. Like, you mostly need like surgical gloves to get a good grip on them. So I have at home like surgical gloves to be able to put on and take off my earrings. But yeah, last time I had to take off like all the shit in my ear. It took me like 20 minutes and it was so frustrating because I lost so many balls because you just cannot get a good grip on them. Like, you just cannot get a good grip on the fucking things. And it just took me so long to take them off. It was so frustrating. It was really, really frustrating. So I did not have a good time taking them off. And yeah, so this time I was like, buddy, listen, I need to get some surgical gloves. Can you give them to me, like, please? And the guy was really nice. Like, he was like, yeah, of course, like, here, take them. And the thing is, mostly I have to take a large size because I don't have big hands, but like I have a bit bigger than like average people's hands, I guess. So I mostly have to have like large gloves, like large surgical gloves, just large everything for my hands. And so he asked me like, oh, by the way, like, what size do you need? And I was like, oh, a large. I don't know what the fuck kind of large this was, but it was so huge. It was so big. Like, it was genuinely humongous. Like, my arms... If I put my arms to my sides, the gloves would just straight up fall off my hands. They were so big, and I felt awkward just being like, actually, can you give me the medium? Because, like, that would mean they would have to dispose of 2 gloves, which they just wouldn't have to if I had just taken off the piercings at home. So I felt really bad, like, no, I'm not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna somehow take off my piercings with these gloves. You know, like, I'll just do it somehow. Wait, how the fuck did they put this? I don't know, man. So, every time I try to, grip the ball or the flat back on a piercing, the glove, it would twist. And it took me like 5 minutes to get rid of 8 piercings. It took so long. It took so fucking long. And I felt so bad for the doctor. Like, he was just waiting there, like, please can you hurry up? Like, we got people waiting over there. I feel so bad for him. Yeah, I just regret that I was so tired that I didn't do it at home. Like, I didn't remember to do it at home. And one of my backings for the piercings, it fell down because, like, I lost the grip on it because I have really small like backings for the piercings. Like, I just have them really small so that they don't, like, I can sleep with them comfortably, well, as comfortably as you can sleep with, like, 8 piercings in your ears. And I try to have them as small as possible so that they don't cause me discomfort when I'm sleeping. The problem is, whenever I have to take them out, that means I can hardly get a grip on them, and it just takes for fucking ever to take them out. which is not great. So I lost one of the backings, like it fell down, and I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna pick it up. The backing was black. Guess what color the floor was? Black and white dots. So that meant I could not see where the backing was because it just looked like part of the ground. So that means the back of my earring is just somewhere in there. Like, I told the doctor, like, hey, by the way, like, I just lost one of the backings. Like, I'm really fucking sorry. Like, I was like, apologizing profusely, but, like, he was really chill about it. He was like, oh, like, are you sure you don't want to, like, search for it hard? And I was like, bro, it's fucking gone. Like, trust me, like, I'm not finding that shit anymore. Like, it was, like, so nice, like, oh, but isn't it expensive? And I was like, I mean, it is, but, like, I also don't have my glasses on, and it's a very, very small, like, 1.5mm black little ball, and your floors are like black and white dots. There's just no way I'm finding this. Like, I'm sorry, but I genuinely don't have a way of finding this. Like, if you don't want me, like, crawling on all fours around, like, you know, the place, which would be kind of awkward. So I just kind of gave up with finding my earring. I was like, ah, well, shit happens, I guess. I mean, I have a few, like, different ones, because, like, you have to buy, new piercings once in a while. Like, I don't buy them as often as you probably should. Like, I think it was, like, every 6-7 months? I buy them once a year, so, yeah, but, like, it's fine. Like, I clean them regularly, and they do not look bad. Like, there's no discoloration, there's, like, nothing wrong with my ears, because, like, I get good quality earrings, so, like, I think once a year is completely okay. And, like, there's nothing wrong with the earrings at all. So I have backings from other earrings, so, like, I can just switch it. It's just not gonna fit the earring anymore, because I had a very specific backing for the earring that just suit that specific, like, piercing, right? So because it's not gonna be the same, like, it's not gonna look as good, but, like, well, like, I'm not gonna buy a new one just to have the backing. Like, I might as well just buy a completely new set by that point. Like, right now I don't have money to buy a new set of piercings, so I'm like, ah, well, like, it can wait, like, it's fine. I mean, I think the time for, like, the yearly buying of new piercings has come, but just don't have the fucking money. I don't have the money to buy new ones. So yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna buy them. Like, I don't think I'm gonna buy them this year. Maybe next year. Maybe. Like, right now I have black and blue. Like, a black and blue color combination, but I'm thinking of getting white and blues. Yeah, I think it would look cute. Like, yeah, I have black and blues and, like, silver, because I just don't look good in gold. So always have, like, silver and then just, like, black and blues. So I might just buy, like, white and blues, because I do want to try those out. Like, I have a piercing that's, like, in the shape of a pill. That's white and blue, but I also have a black and blue pill. So I'm thinking of, like, switching the piercings. It would be cute. I think it would be cute. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna end the stream because, yeah, I wanna, like, go and eat some more. And, like, people just don't really watch these streams. I just wanted to talk a bit. So yeah, this is basically how the costume is gonna look, and then I'm gonna color it, and I might as well post it on Twitter. So if you want to see, like, how this ends up looking, just go on my Twitter. And I'll probably have that in like a few hours, like 2-3 hours. Probably I'll finish this. I think it won't take me too long to finish this one. So yeah, that's about it for today's stream. Yeah.